Every revolution begins with remembering, and in this space, we remember with precision. We remember how to hold vision, walk with joy, and create realities that echo our inner clarity. This is a living altar for Black women who are becoming undeniable. I created this space because I refuse to keep shrinking in order to fit a world that was never built with me in mind. I'm an artist, born and raised in Mississippi, where strength was expected, but softness was rarely ever protected. From an early age, I carried a fire most people didn't know what to do with. I was too loud, too direct, and too much. Too much for classrooms, too much for churches, too much for family systems that only ever made space for obedience. But I was never created to perform palatability, and neither were you. Society was designed to confuse, isolate, and punish women like us, the ones who walk in clarity, speak without shrinking, and feel everything with bone-deep truth. I know what it's like to be penalized just for showing up whole, and I knew early on if we were ever going to be free, we'd need a space built specifically for our becoming. Unveiling Anne was born from that knowing, not as a brand, but as a response to a spiritual hunger. A sacred meeting place for the Black woman who sees more, feels more, dreams in color, and refuses to leave herself behind in order to succeed. Through visual alchemy, ritual, and intentional storytelling, I offer portals, practices, mirrors, each one designed to reprogram the mind, unlock the body, and guide you back to the voice you buried to survive. This is where clarity returns. This is where you begin to move like your life is already sacred. So, what does that mean for you? It means we stop waiting for a clear path to appear and we start building it through how we live right now. Most of us don't feel lost because we're lacking power. We feel lost because no one ever showed us what divine direction looks like in real life. We were handed struggle as an inheritance, survival as a blueprint. And even now, with all our vision and fire, it can feel like we're trying to birth a new world with no midwife, no map, and no materials. That's why so many Black women are asking the same quiet questions. Where do I fit? What do I do next? And how do I hold a revolution in one hand while feeding my family with the other? The truth is, the revolution isn't a single event. It's a series of daily choices that realign us with our wholeness. It's soul recovery that leads to rhythm, rhythm that becomes lifestyle, and lifestyle that eventually becomes legacy and inheritance. You don't need all of the answers today. You need a place where your becoming is honored and guided. A space where the sacred meets the structured, where power is not something you chase, it's something you embody in every single breath. That's what Unveiling Anne offers. Not hype, not fantasy, not a magic pill, but a rhythm to return to, a vision to live into. And it provides practical tools rooted in spirit to help you move one aligned step at a time. Because when you move with intention, when you build your life from the inside out, you become the system your ancestors prayed for. So what do I offer that can help you take that first step and feel more clear in your daily walk? In this space, you'll find 3 core pillars, the things I return to over and over again because they work, because they shift things, because they start to bring you back into alignment with yourself, one day at a time. First, I share the behind the scenes of the visuals I create for my ecosystem, the art, the symbol, and the ritual designs that aren't just beautiful, they're intentional. I'll show you how I build these visuals to support subconscious healing, manifestation, clarity, and focus, and how you can use them to shape the environment around you. Because what you see every day programs how you think, how you feel, and how you move. I want to teach you how to make your space reflect your power, not your past. Second, I'll guide you through practices and rituals designed to rewire your subconscious. Simple, powerful routines, anchoring phrases, visual tools, and small changes that recondition the mind to expect joy, ease, and alignment. You'll learn how to build habits that match the vision you've been carrying without shame and without overwhelm. And third, we'll pull the veil back on the invisible systems draining your life force. I'll be breaking down the mental, spiritual, and financial programming that keeps us stuck in loops. Things we were taught to normalize, things we never questioned because we thought they were just how life is. But once you see them, you can choose differently. I'll teach you how to reclaim your energy, your choices, and your clarity. What I share here is not just fluff, and it's not just magic. It's a real daily practice, a sacred lifestyle, a slow but steady recalibration back to your true self. And all of this is part of a bigger picture that I'm building. It's a living, growing community for Black women ready to move with power, precision, and purpose. A space where we don't just name vision, we live into it. If you're ready to start, even if all you have is a small whisper, then this space is for you. Because the revolution isn't a leap, it's a rhythm. And we start here together. This is your invitation, not to follow me, but to follow the voice inside of you that's been whispering that there's more to life than this. If something in this stirred something in you, you're already in rhythm. All you have to do is stay close. Subscribe, tap in, share, and watch how quickly clarity begins to gather around you. This is just the beginning. If you're ready for your first shift, I want you to move into the next video. It's one of the most important revelations I've ever spoken, one that changed everything for me. And it might name something you've never had the words for. And if you're someone who needs to hold the whole picture, I'd invite you to download my free guide, 5 Revelations to Break the Spell Now. It's linked below. And I want to remind you, these aren't just theories, they're keys. The kind that open doors you didn't even know were locked. Your revolution has already begun, not with a bang, but with a remembering. Welcome to Unveiling Anne.